Hi teacher, how are you? I'm just fine. I'm going to talk about all situation. I hope you enjoy. Let me tell you, this is the third time that I tape it. So I I hope in this occasion I will get a good video. Okay, let's begin. Okay, speculate over some other situation. Have you ever had something happen when you just stopped and thought to yourself, what's on earth? That is what I'm going to talk. It happens all the time, of course. Usually it's probably something silly, amazing, or sting, but unexpected surprises happen all the time. It seems to be like, they really ruin your day through when you thought you had something planned and you were certain about the outcomes, but then everything seems to go in the opposite direction all of a sudden. Well, um, let's begin with Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis arrived in London. He was one of the most popular singers on earth. He had an entire European tour booked, but when he showed up with a 13, 13 years old bridge named Myra Gay Lewis, who was also his cousin, his tour was cancelled, and his career took a beating that he could never fully recover from. He must have remembered that fans demand you how to live. Well, teacher, in 1969, an Italian man was arrested on account of the cheese he was selling. Having been reported by customers analyzing of his cheese revealed that it contained grated umbrella handles. Okay. Well, and talking about Los Angeles, Los Angeles suffered a series of arson attacks in the 80s. An intense investigation didn't turn up any leads. Eventually, however, it became clear as to why. The arsonist turned out to be the lead investigator, the fire captain John Leonard Orr. Can you imagine if the police couldn't have stopped him? Well, that is terrible. Well, we have, on another hand, that there was three British retirees couldn't have been died in 1961 if they didn't see another retired wearing a green reaper's mask. Oh, that I think that is a pity, teacher. Well, so, but let's talk about just a little about the films, teacher. Okay, and we have one house that when a film crew went to Los Angeles haunted house in 1966, they filmed a hanging mannequin, except that it wasn't a mannequin. It turned out to be a dead body that had been circulated among haunted houses for the past 60 years. Actually, it was the body of Elmer McCurdy, a train robber who was killed in a police shootout in 1911. Okay, talking about the French and Bulgarians, um, let me tell you that in 2012, some Bulgarian farmers captured some thieves they found in their field. Well, these the thieves turned out to be French commandos doing some training. Do you believe that? I don't. Well, I suppose they must have been done another kind of training. I think that happen all the time, teacher. Well, this is very, very curious. Alicia Stephead is a Spanish woman who claimed to have been on the 78th third floor of the South Tower when it was hit, when it was down. Okay, she even became the president of the World Trade Center Survivors Network. That is an important position, but can you imagine? It was eventually revealed that she wasn't student. She was, excuse me, she was a student in Barcelona when the attacks happened. So wow, I okay. Let's talk about another sad thing, teacher. In 1964, Donald Rusk, currently a graduate student at UNC, cut down a tree in the mountains of Nevada to study it. It's bad to cut a tree, teacher, but this is really bad and sad. And I don't know because it was only revealed later that he had accidentally cut down the oldest living organisms on Earth, a tree known as a Prometheus that was more than 5,000 years old. It's sad, teacher. Very, very, very sad for me. Well, talking about killers, we have this picture from one of them, and let me tell you that when Cheryl Bradshaw appeared on the dating games, she chose to go on a date with Rodney Alcala. Rodney Alcala. This is the photo of Rodney Alcala. Afterwards, she changed her mind when she said he started to act creepy. Years later, it turned out that Rodney was a serial killer who was in the middle of a vicious killing spree. Oh, this man scared me. Okay, we have another curiosity here, teacher, and we have that in 1983, a man confessed to kill his wife when when a body was discovered outside his house. It eventually turned out to be an ancient mummified body, the Linden woman. But Peter Reinbart was convicted on account of his testimony. That is very bad luck, teacher. Okay, this is bad luck for him, but is justice for his wife. Let me show one up. That is no. Okay, we have this school. When officials in Tokyo wanted to congratulate the oldest man in the city for his 111th birthday, Sogen Kato, they instead found his 13 years old skeleton. Apparently, his family was still getting money from his pension. 30 years they was um, covered that money. That is a lot of money. Well, that is very funny. Um, the moon rock that was given to the Prime Minister of Netherlands in 1979 turned out to be nothing more than petrified good. It is still on display as a curiosity. Oh, that is funny. Well, teacher, that's all, and I hope you enjoy with this old situation, and I hope you have a nice weekend, and I'll see you the next class. Bye bye, teacher.